Hello and welcome to Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. I'm so excited to have you coming to your first online music lesson on Zoom or joining me on Zoom for Jam and Chat or Mastering Music with Matthew. Before we get started, I need you to set up your audio on Zoom so that it sounds great. One thing I discovered about Zoom is that it's made for speaking and not for music lessons or jamming. But luckily, they gave us some really cool audio settings that we can tweak real fast to make your Zoom sound great. And so if one person is speaking, it kind of would make all the other background noises down and all that. And that's great for speaking. That way you hear the speaker clearly, and it works great for that. But when you're trying to jam, it doesn't really work so good because I want you to be able to hear my rhythm track and play over it. Or maybe you're playing rhythm and you want me to be able to solo over what you're playing. And so we both need to be able to hear each other clearly. So let's set up our Zoom app right now to do that. Now you're going to need the Zoom app regardless of whether you're on phone or PC or Apple. It doesn't matter. The first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to click right next to the mute button. And there's a little arrow that opens it up. Now, I'm on a PC, so if yours is different, just make sure you find how to get to the audio settings. That's really important. And so on your device, if you need to Google, how do I get to the audio settings on my iPhone Zoom app, then you can find out exactly where it is on your app. This is what the audio settings should look like. So we're not going to mess with the speaker. That's fine as it is by default. We're going to look at the microphone settings right here. You can see as I'm talking, my input level is going up and down, the little blue bar. You can also see the volume meter right here. And underneath that, there is an automatically adjust volume box. This will come by default checked. We want to uncheck it so we can control our volume and our dynamics. Next box. Use separate audio device to play ringtone simultaneously. We will have that unchecked, like mine. Next, automatically join audio by computer when joining a meeting. Definitely checked. Next, mute my microphone when joining a meeting. No, we're going to have a music lesson or a jam. I want to be able to hear you. Have that unchecked. Next, press and hold space key temporarily to unmute yourself. That's a good one. Check it. And then sync buttons on headset. Check. Those are all good. Next, going to the Advanced tab. This is very, very important. The top most important setting we're going to set right now. Show in meeting option to enable original sound from microphone. This must be checked. I will explain in a moment. Next, audio processing. Suppress persistent background noise. We want that set to disable. Suppress intermittent background noise. This is very, very important. Disable. And echo cancellation. We want it set to auto. These are the settings that we want our app to have stored for us. And once we have our Zoom app set this way for our account, the settings will be like that across all of our account. Now, when we go back to our Zoom screen, there's going to be a place where it says original sound. Why are we concerned about this original sound? I turned on the original sound, which is not the lit up one, and it doesn't sound anywhere near as good. You can hear if I turn off the original sound, it changes the sound of my voice. Right now I have that original sound off. And now when I turn the original sound back on, my voice is going to sound way better. Now I'm going to turn it and make it worse. This is what it's like if we don't do this video. And this is what it's like after you do the video. It sounds much, much better. So I can't wait to meet you at your first Zoom music lesson or Jam and Chat or Mastering Music with Matthew. And I can't wait to see you next time on Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. Thank you very much for joining me on Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. Please share this video, like, and subscribe to join my more than 500 subscribers. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. And please continue to tune in for all the great shows that I have to offer you. Thank you so much for joining me. And did you know that you can get online music lessons from me on Zoom? I record it MP4 for you, and you can then review that lesson forever. You can have it so we can go over it, you can practice along with it, and then that way, no matter what, you can relax and enjoy the lesson. So please, MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. I'll see you guys next time on Matthew's Music Lesson Studio.